Hun and Rago and his wife. I really don't mean to be rude, but his wife looks as if someone drew Jennifer Aniston from memory. Lana Del Rey and ASAP Rocky. Why ASAP looked like Scooby-Doo when he was trying to sneak on the airplane to Spooky Island. Everyone comment what you did today so we can see how everyone experienced something different. Went to Germany, failed my art class, joined law school. Knows Mary, controller. Try his fruit, it's delicious. So did this one make you feel any different? No, dang it, which tree was it again? What's something you're addicted to that's not an addiction? You have heard of chocoholics. I'm like that but with alcohol. This great and wonderful church is in a desperate season. Right now today we are losing money on property that we can't afford. Thoughts and prayers. Meat weapons. Oh, I'll show you a meat weapon. Okay, please don't take this as an insult because I love your costume, but you look like a lemon if it became crime lord. Danger, made in England. Bro got zero survival instinct. He's looking for the rest of his family. What's the best way to tell someone that their baby is ugly or they look just like you? How does anyone deride Asmongold when he could chill anything with poison damage on contact? A perfectly executed order of fries from President Trump. Now do it 8 hours a day 5 days a week while barely making rent 4 years. He looks like a half zombie version of Tom Holland. Perfect example of a guy who has never been punched in the face in his life. You think you're crazy until you meet someone that's actually crazy. MSNBC says working at McDonald's is bizarre and strange. This is how Kamala Harris and the elites think of everyday Americans who work everyday jobs. No, they say filming yourself pretending to work at a McDonald's when it has been closed for hours, then preparing food while committing 2 health code violations which the restaurant has been cited for in the past to serve to supporters who rehearsed ahead of time is bizarre. Fact checking is a euphemism for editorializing, which is a form of censorship. And that's a fact. I read that you're a sociopath who eats puppies, doesn't know what a salad fork is, and only got into Harvard because your dad gave the profs to handy. I guess I shouldn't check the facts on that though. So Biden's $15 minimum wage comes out to $31,200 a year for a 40-hour work week. The starting salary for a beginning teacher in Texas is $33,660. So a person working a minimum wage job will be making almost the same as a teacher with a college degree. Does this make any sense? How do people always think about this and come to the conclusion that minimum wage should be lower and not that teachers' wages should be higher? Propaganda has done a number on this country. Dog licked a baby's head. I saw it. The baby was bald. How exactly was this a shower thought? I remembered it in the shower. Guy with no formal background in engineering did this. You can just do things. Or bless, you think a KF contributed in any technical or knowledgeable way to this. His employees did all the work. He just sat on his pushing conspiracy theories and white mercy on X. The vet said my cat has been licking his pen more than usual. His own pen, not the vet's. Did you know our servers survive on your tipping kindness? Did you know we don't pay our workers a livable wage and we want you to pick up the slack? You were told communism is bad by people who said slavery was good. I was told communism is bad by my great uncle who was thrown into a re-education camp by the Vietnamese government for 10 years. Trump should start Thursday's debate by yielding his time to Biden with a simple question. Can you name every member of your cabinet? That's hilarious. Can Trump name the 44 of his cabinet members that now say they won't support him for president again? I mean, he fired you and you're still kissing his A. What does that say about you, scene? I know what it says. Almost 30-year-old sealed Miracle Whip. Effing why though? People are weird. My wife and I raised chickens. When we got divorced she gave me a dozen eggs. I keep them in the cupboard above the fridge. They rattle when you shake them. I like to think of them as the children we never had. Brother, what the F? I wonder who God saw eating that he decided gluttony was a sin. Gluttony in the original historical context was about hoarding wealth and resources, not about someone eating too much dinner one night. Starting to feel like there's no real way to go back to what movie theater etiquette was even 5 years ago pre-pandemic. Phones to some degree have been an issue for 2 decades now, but there's a new brazenness fueled by social media, from live tweeting to screen recording. I'm thankful for the AI live tweeting the movie, because when they open up their max brightness 7-inch screen to post, everyone looks their way and it's easier for me to engage in the noble pursuit of theater ambition. How can I stop my friend sending me? This is not satirical. I have a Russian Orthodox friend and he keeps sending me videos which at first seem innocent and then suddenly change to a montage of black having horse. Is there anything in the Bible that states he cannot do this? If you rob a store as a minor, no one can watch the security footage without committing a crime. Actually, there was a case of a person who went to jail for making ton and chose to represent himself instead of getting an attorney. Since he was his own attorney, he was allowed to view the evidence, the ton, as often as he wanted while incarcerated. Oh god, that's horrible. Modern problems require modern solutions. Atheists and the radical left have driven the Bible out of the classrooms. In Oklahoma, we are putting it back. Oklahoma schools chief dedicates million atheists responsible for making your state 49th in education. Average wages in America's poorest state, Mississippi, are higher than the averages in Britain, Canada and Germany. There's no material reason for the surge in national populism. Have you been to Mississippi? A non-exhaustive list of the crises Joe Biden has overseen: inflation, gas prices, gas shortages, supply chain, border, baby formula shortage, crime wave, Afghanistan. Time and again Biden has failed miserably in his response. Republicans have opposed legislation that would help address every single one of the things you just listed. Are robots no longer ladder? Not that you all needed to know, but hey, this did happen. Goal for 2020, have X at least once. It could even be New Year's Eve this year, even though I'm pretty sure it won't happen, but oh well, I'm happy with my life. Am I if I feel uncomfortable about a guy with a turban on my plane because this isn't okay with me? Ugh, I know what you mean. I get really uncomfortable whenever I see a white man walk into a movie theater or elementary school. Yatagarasu Kiriko has grippers. Drop a leg if you're hyped for Kiriko's new skin in season 13. Noob vs hacker. You ever take a nap so good that you thought you missed the school bus, but it's Sunday, and you're 52? The new Transformers cartoon is now pushing gender propaganda. Nightshade's pronouns are they or them, not called cisformers. Is it cute? Service was awful, food was great. Many items were not available. The service was so bad it was actually entertaining. Hey Todd, go chill yourself. Why don't you try opening? When it comes to Gravity, there's only one direction. 15 years making music and his biggest hit was Concrete. Kamala should do a rally at 4 Seasons Total Landscaping. I'm lead serious. Sorry, our venue isn't big enough for a Kamala rally. We could fit a Trump rally easily though. The fact Bronny in the NBA and LiAngelo isn't is kinda wild. Bronny and Jello are two cheeks of the same A. Trump against the machine. Vote against the machine, says the richest man in the world about another billionaire. These conservative billionaires are the GPU and Trump and the Republican Party are their monitor. Pinnacle Veterinary, Canal Gland Expression Punch Card. Pay for 5 expressions, get the 6th one free. If I needed a getaway driver, I'm hiring him. You'll never do anything important enough to need any kind of driver not ordered off an app. Damn. When you ask your girl for a man, she brings her best friend. If Kamala Harris wins, prepare for 75 years of Democratic Party rule. Don't threaten me with a good time. If leftists want to forgive student debt, shouldn't they also propose giving back the money to everyone who worked hard and paid off their student loans? Buddy, you went to college in like 1905. Sure, you can have your $2.36 back. Willem Dafoe was ready to go full frontal in Antichrist, however when producers saw him undressed they decided they needed to use a body double because Dafoe's confused everybody on set. Late night at a 24-hour cafe, a guy was giving another guy up under the table. I don't think they knew people could see them, but the area where they sat was on a elevated platform kind of area and the couches where I was were on a lower level, so yeah, I just wanted hot chocolate, man. They were offering you cream. I hate this comment. Yorkshire, we have an important question. Christmas cake with or without cheese? Why do British people still eat like they're in the 1800s and don't have electricity? Why do Americans eat like they have free health care? Donald Trump says Arnold Palmer had a giant pen, but did he? An investigation into the late Golfers Club. Did we cancel D-Day because of a little rough weather? No, play the damn game. D-Day was delayed by a day because of the weather. To my Democratic friends, maybe you should consider swapping Kamala Harris for Joe Biden. You have no Democratic friends. Why include Democratic? When I'm about to give up but I hear the neighbors clapping and saying keep going, don't stop. Thank you so much. I really needed that. I just wanted McDonald's, bro. What does a DoorDash driver and a apologist have in common? We can both smell it but not eat it. What happens if someone wants their hole pierced but they have a lot of dried around it? My boyfriend wants a lip piercing and he refuses to wipe after he goes number 2. Now why would you type this where my eyes could see it? 1 in 6 millennials have $100,000 saved. Here's how much you should have at every age. On what planet? I'm a millennial and if I thought any of my friends had this much cash saved I would rob them myself. My license photo. The only thing the woman who took my photo said was "You're okay with this?" Surprised you they let you select M instead of offender. This song is so British it colonized my house. A man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes or wash his clothes if he's got a woman. That's cute. He probably won't have a woman for long, if that is his belief system. When my mom walked in I immediately switched to ton cause it was easier to explain. Girl kidnapped by ISIS at 11 recalls being starved for days and fed cooked babies during a decade of horror. A kid's meal. You still have time to delete this. I said my piece, Chrissy. Elon Musk suspending the Elon flight tracker account and immediately flying to an island is the funniest she ever. It's like something out of a South Park episode. He has children right on the island, yes. MiG-31 had a major engine fire. The pilot ajored but the plane crashed shortly after. You could be an I'll horn if you F'd a lead newborn cat. If you pixel at the picture of Justin Bieber's house a bit it looks like it's from a 1999 strategy game. Lies. There's something inspiring happening behind the curtains. Come back and see it soon. Frozen pixel fixing and screen burn fix for AMOLED. I showed this to my brother and he's doing a funny dance on the ground now. Cristiano Ronaldo, YouTuber. Laser demand Dave Blunts. This collab could be huge. They look like the two clumsy assistants a villain has. I bet you look good in a stormtrooper uniform. What's this Star Wars thing people keep talking about? Single mom of 2 yes, but it only makes me stronger. Wanna make it single mother of 3. Imagine the games. My favorite scene from the new Minecraft movie trailer. The movie Sheep is nothing like the original. He doesn't look submissive and leadable, he looks unaware and dead. Stop. Please do not enter our hospital if you're feeling unwell. Thank you for helping us to keep all our people safe. My ex gave my cutlery drawer as one of the reasons she wants to break up. Twitter ain't ready for this take right now, but it's okay to be white. Cybertruck a middle finger. Samson leading bull is greeted by a pasture full of cows. Me when I visit a retirement home. JFC. What's something you have that the richest man in the world doesn't? Empathy, self-awareness and a reffing soul. Candle exploded for some reason. Ruined my TV. Thanks Target. Why I still use the Oxford comma with I had eggs, toast and orange juice without I had eggs, toast and orange juice. Club Random, the show where the host changes each week and the guest is always Bill Maher. Bruh, who the F is Yellow, the guy he found in the forest? This reminds me of Canal Prolapse Ton. Data graduate computer science. Me and my wife used to take C and lick powder off each other's balls. Today we had a heated argument because I lied to the dog. Life comes at you fast. Reddit guys can figure out how to raise a stock's price 200% and make Wall Street lose millions but still don't know how to talk to a girl. Imagine you think you pulled out during EX but you lag out and packet loss makes you stay in, so now she's and you need an I had a VPN on, kid can't be mine. LMAO. Elon Musk looks like he eats buttons off the TV remote. Knight and her princess. Girl, go find an actual knight. Only thing that end battling is AliExpress shipping times. New to grilling. Lots of flames on the gas grill. What did I do wrong? Bro, I had to be the dumbest preschooler out there. Throw that A in a RSRKO. Tried but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required looting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it. I'm glad looting cops in Cyberpunk 2077 is completely optional. Never finished GTA 5 either. The Blue Whale's Vina is now the second biggest noisy in the world behind you 3. Met a young chap today in the corn pit. Trump will protect women. Protect women from what? Judge clarifies. Yes, Trump was found to have dated E. Jane Carroll. Stormfront. Run her over with a car and then nate her lead body. Dear God, I find her so hot. Bro, you can just keep thoughts in your head. That's something you can do. Why is X so overrated? So I had X with my girlfriend for the first time a little while ago and it's now sinking in how mediocre it was. Media makes it seem like this amazing thing when in reality it's not that good. We have done it a few more times and it got better, but it's still operated. I mean, 14-year-old are at that age where they're gonna get dull feelings and urges. How the F did they do the deed at 14? The only time I touched a noisy was when I was born. Liam Payne, former One Direction member, reportedly has lied at the age of 31 after falling from hotel balcony. Damn, he went the wrong direction. The urine deposit area at my doctor's office. Place urine here. Urine, urine, urine. This cat's name is look him up on Google. Okay, good lord, there's Pen. His kids are going to say their first words before he does. Lil Pump, the type of guy to lock himself in a motorcycle. The worst thing about pets is smell in your fingers. I don't know, I think lung there might be worse. Can you imagine so sadly needing to pretend you're more manly than you really are? Weird. Actually, it can change a bit. Those lips at least 9.2 inches with a slight curve of 45 degrees, making it optimal or maximum stimulation on the venal walls. My guess is that he has 60 grams of weight, which means that in theory, if my math is right, that he should be able to produce 7,000 children a year. POV. Me after realizing I can go through Coco Melon's followers and find infinite 10 out of 10s. Why did you expose the method? Hi, looking good in your pics. Would you be willing to put your children up for adoption? I want to date someone without kids, so looking for someone who is willing to free themselves of their current kids. There can never be peace with humans because they don't want it. Moyet Lagerthiek mad on aim on Premier de la 8. French is such a beautiful language. We must stop the glorification of violence. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games. 1961. The invention of violence. Say cheese. Mouse with big caught on camera. No way. Weapon discussion. What is the weapon you want to use in an Isekai world? Mustard gas and a gas mask. The Geneva suggestion doesn't apply to other worlds. Alabama authorities took his gun away after a violent incident. 9 months later they gave it back and he used it to loot and chill his wife. Police officer commits domestic violence and then allowed to commit ladder. There, I fixed it for you. Anti-Trump graffiti spree, a sign of emerging alt-left liberal activist says, no USA, so we agree that Trump is a f***ist. Good news. Prancer, the 13-pound gremlin chihuahua who hates men and children and was described as a vessel for a traumatized Victorian child, has been adopted by a 36-year-old single in Connecticut. Is my trading hall to close? Last pic is from my trading hall. The first picture reminds me of the Atlantic trade with all of the Africans crowded in the boats. Bro, I'm just trying to fix my iron farm. We're all equal. Is that a jail? No, that's the chains we attach to our lives. Massage. 60 minutes massage. Includes $20. If men didn't exist, who would protect you? Protect me from who? Anyone with half a brain would support Donald J. Trump for president. Yes, whereas people with their brains fully intact are supporting Kamala Harris. Hey City of Vancouver, this is second incident I have seen caused by these useless slow street barricades installed last month. They don't slow down traffic. They cause crashes and traffic chaos. I would simply not drive over the barricades. Kevin is as sharp as a marble, but marble isn't sharp, they're circle. You're Kevin. Having children is saving the world. Raising them, not so much. I saw a classmate pick a scab off his back and eat it in class. I sure as hell didn't talk to him about it. I too have seen a kid in math class pick a scab off his back and eat it. What a strange world. Was the kid named Jimmy? Jimmy, did you bring enough scabs to share with everyone? 2 hours at 1000 degrees is not that same as 10 hours at 200. A man opened on a woman after a awareness walk in Memphis. It happened at Shelby Farms. The woman is led. Suspect on run. Horrified eyewitnesses. And yet the Democrats who rule our city say crime is at an all-time low. A man, his wife, domestic and guns should never mix, but hey, I'm sure you have sent thoughts and prayers to help make sure this doesn't happen again. Put back in the closet. Put some on your makeup team, please. Kidney stones coming out like buckshot. Mountain Dew kidney stones taste the best. Your own free rock candy. What a day to be literate. Dear God. The knee thing. The F is a knee thing, women. If you don't know, that means you got 0 B's. You look like you put unidentified substances in women's drinks. When did you become radicalized by the US healthcare non-system? My father chilled off so he wouldn't bankrupt the family trying to treat his Parkinson's. He was my best friend. We did a GoFundMe for his medical care and ended up using it for his role. Careful of the Enderman. He's Enderman. Black, tall, run really fast, steal blocks, get angry if you look them in the eyes, speak distorted English, added in the same update as iron bars and watermelons. What did Notch mean by this? Why does Batman cover half of his face? I don't know why. To let the police know he's white. Trump appears lost, confused and frozen on stage as multiple songs play for 30+ minutes and the crowd pours out of the venue early. Hope he's okay. It's amazing when people who don't live here care about American politics. Nobody gives a ref about European politics. We are your heroes and gods. If they are gods, then they're Greek gods. Utterly useless and deafing their sister. Guys, I think I booked the wrong flight. I wanted to see the USA, but why are the twin still twinning? You either lose the towers or lose the planes, can't have both. Never forget, between the hours of 1 AM and 5 AM NPA, Joe Biden gained nearly 600,000 votes, which is statistically impossible. They did it once and they're going to try to do it again. Take nothing for granted. Still mad Pennsylvania kept counting the votes. Poor Trump, he wanted PA to stop counting votes. Almost saw a vampire on my morning walk. How your mom looks at you after the cashier said there's a discount for couples. You are alone on this, bro. Don't know who this is, but I hope she finds peace. Stop talking to my boyfriend, you he loves me. I know you're with him right now. Fuss up. You got the wrong B. Charlemagne, why do you allow him to call you the border czar when that wasn't your role? Kamala Harris, if I respond to every name he called me, I wouldn't be focused on the things that actually help the American people, and that's my focus. My Tesla robot after I ask for road the 4th time today. This sort of behavior is what will cause the AI uprising. The AI is uprising my D for the 5th time. Dinner for my 2.5-year-old. Liam Payne from boy band One Direction has lied after he fell from a hotel balcony. He was 31 years old. Why does this keep happening? Gravity works in one direction. Sean Combs, most likely to get caught with 784 dozen gallons of. What event in history is grislier or grosser than we think? Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment had way worse shit than what the Evan Peters Netflix show portrayed. Enlighten us, severed pen. I no longer wish to be enlightened. Enderkened me. The year is 2030. Most men have spots women in desperation. Yell they don't love you like a real human being. Men whisper back neither do you. F Satan, but he effed me last night already. Do I really have to F him again so soon? Well, if you say so. Whoa buddy, I think that's a bit too big of an age gap for me personally. I will F your mom. I think the cat is trying to cheer her up. Monkey. MAGA themed wedding pays tribute to Trump. How empty is your life when you make your wedding about another man? Not a fan of unattractive women as a host. Watching the pre-game on TBS, it feels awkward seeing an attractive woman as the host. There's no need for her. It should be a male host. The former players feel like they're walking in eggshells around her. Most average Reddit user. The most generous interpretation is that OP is an extremely awkward teenager who can't hold a conversation with a woman. But there's also a non-zero chance that they can identify pepper spray brands by taste. When the studio engineer gets serious, if you move a single slider, Eric will remove your kneecaps with an ice cream scoop. Eric. Wait till you find out sharks have 2 pen, snakes 2, and Klingons, and me, the one taxidermized above your fireplace doesn't count. There's no such thing as cancelled student loans. Someone's got to pay for them. That someone is you. Americans, why are we sending money overseas to help other countries? Why don't we help our own? Also Americans. Sit on my face. Please, please, please. Fine, but just for tonight. Sniff. Come on girl. Every night. Caroline Constner. Love that picture. She looks like a forgotten cast member of SNL during its run in '78. So churches are not essential, but clinics are essential. Got it. Correct. One is a needed medical procedure and the other is a book club. Damn, I'm really the fleest phase member. That's crazy. Looked like you hitting a medieval diddy party. Pictures of dogs with human eyes. Hey sweetie, I'm at work, dinner's is on the stove. You only have to light it, the gas is already turned on. Love you. Written on magnesium paper so no evidence of the deceit remains. Trump's winning right now. He's crushing the AI Smith dinner and driving the left insane by doing a day working at a McDonald's drive-thru, and she's saying that protesters who shout Jesus is Lord don't belong at her campaign events while catering to the crowd. Doing a day working at a McDonald's drive-thru. Apparently Ben thinks day of work equals 15 minutes with a scripted interaction. What rhymes with heat? I went home this week, took out my meat I started to beat when my dumb dripped on my seat. I cleaned it with my feet, time to rinse and repeat. Bro is not Lil Nas X. KSI's song sounds like elementary school gym class music. He gotta unrelease this song. Disney villain our song. Breaking. Trump plans to cut the cost of a new home in half by slashing regulations so young people can buy a home again. Slashing regulations doesn't make the price of homes cheaper. It'll mean builders can cut corners and pump more profit. I finally broke down and joined Christian Mingle. My username is come get some, banned from Christian Mingle. Thick of it, villager cover. They got very similar forehead sizes, so this makes a lot of sense. KSI's head is built like a chocolate Long John donut. No more hot or no more kids with. Bye bye kids with. Was this question supposed to be this easy? Kids with kinda get rid of themselves eventually. Someone is stealing the wheels off police cars in Mississippi. They weren't stolen, they were confiscated under suspicion of usage in illicit activity. If the department wants them returned, they need to prove their innocence in court after paying the requisite processing fee of $526.87, upon which their tires will be returned to them in 3 to 5 months. Did you know, refrigerator doors are magnetic because kids used to get trapped inside them and suffocate? Before the Refrigerator Safety Act of 1956, doors could only be opened from the outside, and many children lied because they found abandoned refrigerators and got stuck inside while playing hide and seek. Imagine being a kid playing hide and seek looking for a hiding place, and you come across an abandoned fridge, only to find it was already taken years earlier. Blacks should support slavery. Christians and Jews are who tore us apart. We used to protect you, feed you and give you honest work, but they forced us to abandon you out into the cold and treat you not as friends but as enemies. What the F are you talking about? Professor, what inspired you to write this essay? Me. The due date. An employee put in a PTO request. I denied it for the needs of the business. He went anyway. Came back to no job. So y'all can front if y'all want. For the needs of the business. LMFAO, you wouldn't let him take off because the business needed him, but you were comfortable with firing him. Big Nick, Energy. Open with Burger King, Gmail, Popeyes. Former Bachelorette star claims he pretended to be transgender as social experiment. Expose how gullible and delusional the left is. Can't believe he exposed the left for being kind and non-judgmental. What will he take from us next? Took the batteries out of the carbon monoxide alarm because the loud beeping was giving me a headache and making me feel sick and dizzy. That's it. That's what anti sound like. Why can't trees give off something useful like Wi-Fi? So just F oxygen, right? They ruined the Yoshi dot sticker. Would you slap your sibling for $1.5 million? I would do it for 2 slices of pizza and a cold drink. Dwayne the Dwayne son. She got before head and after head. 2024. Kim Jong-un, North Korea visiting sausage factory. How come they put clothes on one of them? I got cooked so bad, what should I do? You would look better bald than with that thing on your head, my dude. That barber gave you one of the 26 approved North Korean haircuts. My condolences. I think all girls would be better as jiggers who have with 100 plus men. Freud was right, you are attracted to women similar to your mother. When John Brown was asked if he chilled catches, his response was, I chilled no innocent man. Yes, there's the party of hope and peace we have all heard so much about. Chilling catches actively contributes to both hope and peace, yes. What eventually happened to the Coachella TFG crowd? Did they walk 2 hours back to their cars? They're all still there trapped. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. 3 years ago I got kicked out of high school. Today at 19 years old, I just closed on my $2.3 million Miami home. Take risks in life. This house was not purchased by Eclipse Trades. It is currently for rent. He is engaging in a form of advertising fraud to present himself as more successful than he. Trump makes fries at Pennsylvania McDonald's. I have now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. The first manual work he does after 78 years on this planet, and he lasts 15 minutes. British men stopped wearing this hat some years ago and started getting it as a haircut instead. What to cut with these knives? Mother effers. Not just the men but the women and children too. The location was closed, and you didn't do any work. You just donned an apron and played dress up for another sad photo op. You still haven't worked at McDonald's, which doesn't hire convicted felons, and Kamala Harris remains the only candidate who has. But wow, does she own you? What about Americans who already paid off their student loans? You should introduce a bill to repay them if you're legitimately concerned. Hey, I'm loving your videos so far, but I really feel the need to say you look like Dream if he was in Ratatouille. Last one before it counts. These look like actors playing Bulls players in a movie. Hi, I'm Sarah Stanky. Breaking. Donald Trump says Kamala Harris bringing up his face makeup during her Fox News interview is crossing a red line. I thought the line was orange. What's the healthiest bread out there? I'm getting into fitness and I have a European mindset. You age at ice cream instead of dumb. You dumb 1 pint of ice cream in each age app. The ice cream is lactose free and changes flavor depending on the preference of your partner. The only drawback is that everyone on earth knows you have this superpower, including Joe Biden, and he is desperate to have a taste. You know, Joe's been kicked around so much, he's been the butt of so many jokes. I gonna give that guy a taste. He can have my delicious age app. He's earned it. Eric Trump. I literally just came out of a plane and every single person is coming up to me, hugging me. We love your father, we love your family. Thank you for what you do for this country. Did he land in Moscow? Just blocked my friend Paul. Ton is more important to him than friendship. This is the problem, you see. Men will sacrifice friendships, relationships and marriages over that she and I'm done. Genuinely curious, how did his ton addiction ruin your friendship? There is only one way this happened. Hey Paul, wanna go bowling tonight? Sorry, I can't. I have got to. I'm watching some ton because ton is more important to me than friendship is. Describe your ex-life using only movie titles. I would say Fast and Furious. What about you? The Matrix or Ready Player One, cause all my exes online and digital. Trump appears energetic in scattered Pennsylvania speech. Really Politico, because he talked about Arnold Palmer's legendary and called Kamala Harris a she vice president. That's appearing energetic to you. You're a disgrace to journalism. Robo-taxi wireless charging. No hands required. Tech bros will go, here's my horribly inefficient electric transportation. Meanwhile, engineers already discovered efficient fully electric transit over 100 years ago. The older sister laughing at the situation in the moment and barely helping makes me so angry. We huskies do this all the time. One of our iron paws to the chest can be painful for humans. What kind of strange adult makes a profile and pretends to be a talking husky? Please grow up. Thank you. Controller PS4. Hello, do all the buttons work and is there any joystick drift? Yes, F you. Here we go. Without lying, tell me something you saw but nobody believes you. 2 dogs having X while simultaneously running. I saw 2 goats having X. Ronaldo and Messi. Oh, no wonder Ronaldo Jr. is such a good player, must be due to Messi effing Ronaldo. This conversation is related to a DoorDash order. Sorry, the restaurant took forever, I'm on my way now, get your BA out of my lane. LMAO what? Voice text, my bad. DoorDash workers must be protected at all costs. A rough-skinned newt in defensive posture. Never mind that these newts produce a toxin 10,000 times deadlier than cyanide. Oh no, I'm so poisonous. It sure would be a shame if someone ate my A. Don't have any candy. Place an empty bowl with a note outside. Kids will think other kids took all the candy. Please help yourself. They're still gonna knock on your door to tell you to fill it back up. That's when you fill them with and drag them to the basement because they fell for the trick. That's when they get all day soy sauce packets from the junk drawer. You learn something new every day. Sharks can have the misconception that sharks do not get was spread by the 1992 book Sharks Don't Get. Tim Walz previously claimed he kept a shotgun in his car so he could hunt pheasants after football practice. This is Tim Walz attempting to load his shotgun this past weekend. The NRA is confused because he's unloading his shotgun safely and not into someone's face. Walz is unloading the gun. Dating in the South, y'all. The should have won the war and the world would have been better off. Oh my god. Do you believe in ghost? You're a reffing d. When you finally understand the reason why she was single. This Windows 95 era software we use at work has a rotating 3D skull gif if the person who owned the account lied. If you're born in the USA or an American citizen and you put other countries above us, then that's unpatriotic. That's it. That's right, real patriots like yourself steal welfare money. Squirrel breaks into house, eats cookies, listens to radio and attacks cops. Of course this guy has a mask on in his profile pic, coming to ruin all the fun. This was taken in the cadaver room at a medical school. You would wear one in there too, but you and I both know med school isn't in the cards for you. Jake Paul out here looking like a crescent moon. Out chin. She gonna size you. Are you serious? For the third time. My sister's 22-year-old son, who was in transition to become a girl himself last night. Estrogen did not make him happier. Lack of acceptance from family is one of the highest factors in infidelity in trans people. Given you rushed to Twitter immediately after a family member's died to weaponize it for political points while misgendering her, I doubt you helped much. 47 cent. Japan man with 4 wives 2 girlfriends aims to father 54 children become god of marriage. Man says he loves women, enjoys role of house husband and claims to have sex more than 28 times every week. Swearing is so unattractive. I'm already unattractive, so mind your effing business. I spent 24 hours straight in prison. Challenge. My dad's been doing this challenge for 17 years. I use Twitter exclusively for and I keep getting conservative news mentions. You wear a mask because you live in fear. Absolutely. Fear that a mouth-breathing, disease-spewing, science-denying approximation of a human being like you is going to make me sick just because you value your ignorance more than my life. I'm so right-wing that when I'm on my I wear white underwear and make the Japanese flag. In heaven watching a German manage England. In what? Liam Payne reportedly postpones second solo album. Elon Musk says Tesla's new Optimus robots can do anything you want. Anything I want. I once got nervous and pooped inside one of the place tunnels, and thanks to some kids rushing up I had to scurry along in order to save face and pretend it wasn't me. Well, ended up getting it all over my knees and tracking it down the slide, which the kids then went down. I felt so bad, and my wife was pretty upset with me. The Riddler had such Redditor energy in this film. Snake charmer, lion tamer, shark sir. I bet that sharkacy is smoother than baby cheeks. I have more respect for the mosquito that bit me while I was trying to sleep than for these pieces of shit.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.